All right, my friends, we are back home, and it's time to put some more decals on this 2008 Kyle Busch Doosan, and then I'll show you what else I've got working here in this NASCAR 164 custom diecast workshop. So that's one of the problems you just saw, maybe. When you lift the decals off of the paper, sometimes it'll fold back on itself, which is what happened to that A-pillar right there. See that? See this guy here? So, sometimes it's easy to straighten her out. Sometimes it's not. Fortunately, that was pretty easy. You got to watch that on these decal sets. I'm looking how this comes up here. I brought it here. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well amidst NASCAR season. Got a good race tomorrow at the Circuit of Americas down in Austin, Texas. Always love those road courses, and should be very interesting to see. I mean, honestly, I just want to see how Shane Van Gisbergen does. He won Chicago last year in his first NASCAR race. Unbelievable. And then, you know, he gets this part-time riding in the Xfinity Series, full-time, but Cup Series part-time, and he's really, I'm sure, eyeing this race. So, very curious how he's going to do. And honestly, I mean, I know he's going to do well, but I'm curious to see how the NASCAR drivers treat him. I think they kind of let him. I don't want to say let him. I think they kind of were surprised the way he raced at Chicago last year and won. They didn't race him too hard, I think. I think that's changed. I think they're kind of going to come after him. And if there's any, like, he starts bumping people, sliding people out of the way, somebody's going to take him out. I don't think there's going to be any, you know, no more Mr. Nice Guy here with Mr. Van Gisbergen. So we'll see. We'll just see how the drivers treat him this go around at Circuit of America. Because I would say this guy right here, Mr. Busch, he hasn't won yet this year. I expect him to have a good race. Okay. All right. Sure would like that to come back a little bit more. So I want to center this guy, looking at the pictures earlier. This guy goes pretty low, and then the black lower front valence goes right across there and covers it just a little bit. So get it level there. And then okay. Now I kept this all together. These are the headlights and stuff. And the grill. Kept that as one piece. Let's see if I can. Come on. Now this is a 2008. If you remember back then, there was like, I don't know, there just wasn't, it just didn't look very good. These cars, the nose on these cars, come a long way, but not sure why this wants to dip so low. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go to the back here for a second. These decals are so thin. Sometimes they're difficult to grab. Okay. Alright, might as well try to get these on the side here. I had to trim these back a little bit, just a little bit. It's not the easiest connection here in this back corner to make. But that's kind of what I'm looking for right there. But it overlaps just a little tiny bit. I'm probably gonna have to cut that off somehow. Or I just let it fold. Wish I had the ability to hide some of that. Come on, please. Okay. Alright, so let's get this lower valence on this big black thing. Hopefully it plays nice with us. I'm sorry, I didn't show that very well. It's kind of draped it across there. It actually fell pretty nicely. It fell real nice. I don't know if I've ever had a lower valence fall that nicely on that car. That was nice. Now, got a little bit of green showing there, so pull it down just a little bit like that. Cool. I'm real happy with that. Just hope I don't bump it. Okay, so now get these guys in place. They will let me. Just getting them to slide a little bit off of the paper is a pain in the butt. Come on. There we go. And what's nice with these, you just lay them right above the black lower valence there. Just like so. happy with that. Let's get some of these Goodyears in place. Okay. Alright, and then we have these little fog light contraptions here. Super small decals. Right next to these Sunoco's. Get this guy upside down. Okay. We're getting there. I'd cut off some of these little green pieces out of the wheel well just in case I might need them somewhere, but I don't think so. So the next step will be getting these. Now that I've got these pieces in place, I can work on these rear tail lights, and then of course these. And what I'm going to do here is going to need to size these up a little bit and trim them. Obviously, I don't want that all going over the tire there and up on this area. I'll trim it a little bit before I put it in the water. So let's just do that a little bit here. Okay. It's not perfect, but I'll be able to cover that and push that in and fold it up underneath just a little bit. Let's see what this side looks like. always want to cut just a little bit and then just cut a little bit more. Alrighty, pretty happy with that. Alright, so let me show you what else is going on while that's sitting in there. Got this cool applicator, got a few of them, and it's a really super soft tip, and I'll be able to use this for a lot of different things, whether I'm doing like touch-up, like painting. I could use it for painting. I can use it for applying, sealer if I wanted to in like a tight spot. But I really was going to use it for, really for painting. But yeah, it's got a super soft tip to it. And this is like a plastic. I got a handful of them here. Really cool. You can find these like on Amazon, Etsy, and they're usually like beauty products, from what I understand. You can use them for applying, mascara or whatever. But I really like this. It's super soft. It's similar to the applicators that I have here, and this is a dirty one, obviously. But this this has just like a little bit of cotton on the tip of it, and after a little bit of use it'll fall off, whereas this is the whole tip is there. So yeah, many purposes for that. It's nice stiff. This is nice and stiff, so I like that. What I've got over here, let me work in these, is a couple trucks. I'm gonna work up this 2019 Brett Moffitt Midnight Moon Moonshine. So I made one of these a little bit ago. It's a white background, and I'll be able to paint it all white, and then there's a lot of pre-painting with black, so I want to pre-paint black around the windows, of course, the back window, because you can see this kind of wraps around, and of course the roof. So, and then you've got pretty much all along the bottom, not in the front wheel well, but all along the front and the bottom, and then along the side skirts is going to be all black. Pre-paint up here a little bit, and then all black along here. Not the bumper. Bumper stays white, and then yeah, you can see all along the front it's going to be all black along that bottom. So yeah, I'll make up one of these. Then I'm going to make another one of these 2020 Parker Kligerman Authentic Southern Taste Lux Pinto beans. This is a truck. So I had the blue background removed on this one, and I'm going to use the Rust-Oleum Deep Blue. It's a good match to this dark blue here, which is what ends up being on the spoiler, but I don't use that because I paint the whole truck blue, so I don't have to worry about painting the spoiler. The only problem here is this is white. This whole nose is white, and yeah, it's going to be a challenge. I made one of these before. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But yeah, so I'll be painting this deep blue Rust-Oleum, and I'll be using the Marshmallow Color Shot for my white on that one. So, alright guys, that's a wrap for this. I'll get after these final decals for you, Kyle, and get this Doosan finished, and then I'll be able to send it off to you with these other ones that I've made. This is the Kyle Busch, thanks Kyle, and of course the Kyle Busch number 51 Safe Light, and of course Doug, we've got this one here for you, and I know there's a couple more I need to make for you, so I'll be making those here shortly. But alright guys, God bless, thanks for watching, and happy customizing out there. We'll talk to you next video. Out here.